Hey. So the last one that I tasted, I guessed was a Roussanne from somewhere in the Rhone Valley. Roussanne, Northern Rhone, France, obviously could be Hermitage. It wasn't, totally wasn't. The acidity was much higher than I would have expected for Roussanne, than I should be expecting for Roussanne. I think I took some of that ripe, overripe, bruised, intense fruit and floral character and ran with it. So this was actually 2017 Chardonnay from the Russian River Valley. It was super hot vintage, so overripe fruit and high alcohol, 13.5. Took me on a trip, right? So, but we talked about orchard fruit. Yeah, it did not have quite as much the ginger funk botrytis that I needed, and I kind of felt there was botrytis on the wine, but there was a little bit of maybe RS and ripeness and bruised, and that took me in place. So none of the parsnip, oily cream soda, herbal tea kind of notes that would take Roussanne on the trip. The oak that was here, there was definitely more than than you'd expect for Roussanne, which is either neutral or lighter barrels. And New French couldn't be in both of them, but the amount that was here and the amount of acidity kicks me into Chardonnay. It's funny to have too much acidity and thinking it's Chardonnay. So anyway, that's what happened with the Rude. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but Russian River Valley Chard. So super fun. Let's taste a white this time. Another one. Okay. So this is a look at those little gas bubbles. So I'm thinking either young screw cap. This does not actually look like it's gassy, but there is a little bit on here. So we're looking at a young wine. It is pale yellow. There is a little green highlight to it. It is, but soft pale yellow straw. Straw is what we're going to say. It's that kind of flat, not metallic, but flat kind of dusty color. There's no sediment other than that, a little evidence of gas, which we're thinking is youthful or screw cap, no gas, and it's day bright. It's very shiny and pretty. It's not super aromatic. It does not smell like anything's wrong with it, so it smells sound. Orchard fruit, apples, apple skin, yellow apples, yellow flesh, a little bit of lemon. There's some earthiness, some minerality here, some white flowers, but really, really minor component. This one really makes me want to get a clean glass. I'm going to pour a fresh thing, and I'm going to pour it into a fresh glass. Back with a fresh glass. Oh yeah. Just the big difference that there was a funkiness to that, and I just could not imagine that was a wine. It's a little fresher now, so there's still some white flower. There's a little bit of herbal. There's like a flower petal, just fresh, bright green. Otherwise, this is a very low intensity aromatics. Moving to the palate. So it is tart, just under ripe, still with that yellow orchard fruit, flesh and skin, pear, apples, lemon. There is a white flower petal, a little bit of perfuminess to it, herbal, crisp bite, a little bit green. There are some bitter notes, something like phenolic, herbal. The earthiness here is, it's dirt. It just tastes kind of like dirt. It does not have any evidence of oak, which I should have mentioned on the nose, but it clearly doesn't have any evidence of oak now. There was nothing in the color, and there's nothing definitely on the palate. Structure. It's low alcohol, it's moderate body, it's moderate plus acidity, mouth is still watering. There is a bitterness and pithy, it's dry. And it's got, I want to say there's lees on this because there is like that little funk, that little bready, there's a little like leftover yeasty kind of feel, taste, funk, maybe even something to do with that Christmas on the greenness. So herbal, acidity elevated, that medium body, but like a little bit of spritz with the gas bubbles that are in there. I think that we're talking Old World. We could put Northern Italian Pinot Gris in here. I could put Alsatian Pinot Gris in here. Gruner from Austria. Lees, I mean, we could throw Muscadet into the mix. That's a possibility. But I think there's more acidity. Yeah. So, cool climate, Old World, possible grape varietals we talked about, possible places it could be from talked about, youthful 1 to 3 years. So, final conclusion, there were earth components, there was a little funkiness that didn't quite go away. The fruit is tart. I think that leads to Old World and keeps me there. It is unoaked, and the acidity is elevated from the structure calls. So I'm gonna say it's Gruner. I'm gonna say Gruner Veltliner. I'm going to say from the Wachau, it is a Federspiel quality level. It is a 2017, and I think that's it. 2017 Gruner Veltliner from the Wachau, Federspiel level, Austria. Okay, cool. Well, happy April 13th, and gosh, that's all I got for today.